Wuthering Waves just came out and I am at Union level 5. I did my first 20 pulls and I got really lucky and landed a Verena. So now I have a top tier healer / buffer. I just wanted to I just wanted to give my initial thoughts on the game when it first came out, and as you can see, I'm already having a lot of FPS problems. I think the game is still trying to load. The game does look really good if I'm in like an enclosed space. This game is supposed to run well on mobile, and apparently I'm not the only one dealing with this issue. As you can see, my ping is fluctuating pretty high even though I am on American servers. The story so far hasn't really been all that extraordinary. There's a lot of just lore dumping, but I do really like the visuals and I do like the cinematics. The voice acting though does feel really weird. I think I unfortunately will have to switch to JP. I usually play English dub in these games so I can understand the story a little more. I feel like it's not the voice actor's fault. If you were to look at like the way that they spoke in game, their mouth actually matches with the words that they're saying. In Genshin, when characters speak, their words aren't really matching with their mouth movement. It's only in Honkai where it's like a smaller game and it's not an open world where that is much easier to do. In Genshin's case, the voice actors are going to have a little more freedom. There was this problem that happened to this game called Dynasty Warriors. I think it's Dynasty Warriors 9. The game is originally from China, so all the voice acting is really good in Chinese, but the localized versions were really bad because it's an open world game and the mouse movements in the EN dub had to sound exactly like how the Chinese dub was.
Observe! This is a miracle bestowed upon me by the heavens! Ah!
It's just a theory. I don't know if it's true or not. I think that might be the reason why the EN dub sounds so janky at the moment. And again, I really don't think it's the voice actor's fault. I think it's more of the localization and mostly the director's fault, and mainly like the restrictions that they have. Another thing about the dialogue specifically is that like the dialogue, for some reason, when you click auto on it, it'll cut off even though I didn't click on anything. Like, oh, prematurely end the dialogue for some fucking reason. There were also times where they are doing a lore dump, so then they got like a giant text box of dialogue that is supposed to automatically scroll down after they pass a certain point, but it didn't, so then they just ended up yapping about random things that like I can't read about because the subtitles just can't catch up to it. That's gonna be a huge problem if I play in JP dub because I don't know Japanese. If the subtitles aren't matching up with the dub, then like how am I supposed to know what's happening, right? But for me, that's not big of an issue. The story is kind of whatever at the moment. It is very skippable, and the game also makes it so that you can skip through the dialogue as quick as possible. So if you want to play this game purely for action and end game content and something refreshing from Genshin, then this is the perfect game for you. If you can see like the parkour and the movement that I have I was gonna say the movement was really solid, but I literally just clipped through that. That's the first time like a glitch like that happened. The movement is really awesome. The combat is really great. I think there's like a huge learning curve to be had here, and I'm super excited for that. But let's go on the Reddit page real quick and look at all the issues that people have been having so far. There's like a launch technical issues mega thread, and it's literally 1,000 comments. So let's look at the top comments. Game runs like hell. Perhaps we take Genshin optimization for granted. I'm feeling the same way. My game lags if I have OBS on and try to play the game. But yeah, does anyone have terrible FPS? People are apparently stuttering in the game. Anyone else having bug subtitles? Shit would just cut off before the character gets their point across. The game crashes after selecting MC appearance. What is that? Terrible stuttering, freezing every 10 seconds that makes the game straight up unplayable. Dude. Oh my god, I forgot to mention the mouse sensitivity. I had to like swipe my whole fucking hand on my mouse pad to even move 360. The textures are not loading properly. Yes, there was like a scene at the beginning of the game where like you're supposed to see the whole entire like world, but for me it killed the moment because the textures didn't even load correctly. There's no 120 FPS. Like for some reason, yeah, I thought they promised this, but where is the 120 FPS? Like this is like a problem that Genshin had from the beginning of the game, and people just want to use their monitors to the max. No, to be quite frank, the game stutters so much that I don't think 120 FPS even does anything. It seems like the game was pretty unfinished. I mean, the game itself is finished. It's just a lot of optimization issues that they could have done before the game was launched. So hopefully they fix it. I mean, that's like a day one thing, but I don't think even Genshin had this many problems when they started. Oh, another problem that I have with Wuthering Waves is that most of the NPCs don't say anything. So when you enter the city, there's like dialogue boxes on top of it, but like barely anybody speaking. So the city just feels really dead. If you guys play like Cyberpunk or Witcher, if you go through like the city, you can like just hear random conversations from random NPCs, and it makes like the city or like the area that you're in feel really alive. In Wuthering Waves, the NPCs aren't speaking at all. There's only like 2 or 3 NPCs that I have seen that just speaks, but everybody else just seems to be saying absolutely nothing, and it makes the city feel really dead. Man, I kind of hate that these like NPCs aren't talking at all. Feels really off. Yes, I mentioned this. Everything was very well animated and very expressive, and I love it. Story has, dude, that's what I'm saying. It's such like a big lore drop, and it just keeps just saying random names and stuff. So that's why I'm not really enjoying the story. It feels like it's just lore dumping on me before I even get to learn anything about the world. It's low-key kind of just taking me out of it. This is really bad. I didn't have this problem, but that is not good. Apparently the mobile in this game is really bad. Wait until 2 a.m. to play it. Oh boy, that's not good. So what is this? Oh, that is terrible. Audio referring to my female rover as him. Maybe they just know who's behind the screen and they know you're a dude. Holy shit. This looks like a PowerPoint presentation. Oh no. Oh no, that is terrible. Don't worry, I'm a man of connections. Good God. I just realized when the rover comes in as a male, he gets like introduced to like 3 baddies. Oh, I guess these are the baddies in question. That's all I can say about Wuthering Waves. The release is really bad, and I hope they fix the game because there's just so much potential in this. But yeah, hopefully down the line, this isn't as much of a big problem as it is right now. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Take care, and I'll see you guys then. Peace.